famous classic in all the world music.
Alright. What a man he is, man. Jesus fucking Christ. That's why it's my wee man. Here we go again. Wasting my mind, but I don't need nothing when I wanna get high. But I gotta keep rolling just to get by. I got little red voices inside my head. I got plenty of demons under my bed.
You know, why so, you know, the way you're releasing stuff, you're taking it very slowly. You know, why do you want to do that? Is that you want to build the fan base gradually?
When I started off, I released everything for free on SoundCloud. I just recorded stuff on my phone, and then I wasn't wanting anything to do with the music industry, to be honest. I just wanted to release songs and take nothing to do with anybody, because the music industry's full of vampirous parasites, man. And I made that decision not to work with anybody that I didn't like, which is kind of difficult, you know what I mean, when the majority of them are dicks, you know what I mean. When I was a wee guy, I wrote down the stuff that I wanted to do when I was a wee guy, and I just figured that let's try and do it for a laugh, and then see if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
What have I got to lose? And it was play the King Tut stage at Teena Park, play the Barras, and then play the SECC or the Hydro.
The Hydro, yeah.
And I've done all of them, and I've got the Barras booked for the end of the year, which I'm not meant to tell anybody. No. So
Okay.
Sell my soul to the devil just to get paid. I'm taking one last breath. It's reality, babe. Wasting time on the streets where heroes are made. And now I'm hanging around your place trying to get laid. I got different methods.
See, because I don't really, there's hasn't really been a narrative written, and I don't really do interviews, and there's not really, like, the narrative's been kind of written for me, and it kind of frustrates me sometimes when I see people like, oh, he's been working hard to do this and to do that, and he's been trying. It's like I've been trying to keep a lid on this for like 3-4 years. Like, it's been bubbling up, and I'm just like, I can't be. Can you say arsed on this? I've already said it.
Yeah, you can.
I can't be arsed on this just because it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I would just leave. I would just stop playing music for like 6 months. I would do like a gig like once a year or twice a year, and then I would kind of back off from it. And then it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually I was just like, I just try and write. I have to write. Do you know what I mean? It comes out. I try and make something that's like, I admire poetry, but there's not really any kind of market for poetry. Like, I like when I'm trying to do a writing style, but you ever heard of the word laconic?
Yeah.
Laconic, it's like you say the most amount of words, the amount of information, you convey the most amount of story with the least amount of words. So I try and take that kind of approach. There's a song by Neil Young.
It's only destiny. Where we go with this shit don't matter. La 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 la. 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 Hanging around the places that I shouldn't be.
Music's changed nowadays, do you know what I mean? There's not as many guitar bands and stuff. That's the only reason that I'm doing what I'm doing, because there's no many acoustic. You get Ed Sheeran get up and doing whatever he does, and like he's doing stadium gigs now, doing a stadium tour. But that's about it. Like, who have you got that even does like acoustic music, or is even like a banging band? Everybody's waiting for something, and instead of waiting for something, you do it. You do it. Like, guitar music and stuff doesn't really get pushed at all. Know what I mean? You've got this kind of Big Brother culture, which I think is kind of coming to an end, where you've got a format where all these talent, quote unquote talent shows, where, fair play to the people, I'm not judging the people that are going on these shows, but why would you pick up a guitar when you're a kid if you can just go and play to 4 people in a chair that have never wrote a song in their life? Know what I mean? A bunch of businessmen. So it was just a bit of a, I don't know, man. I've never understood the industry. Know what I mean? And for anybody that I've met, I've seen so many bands that are amazing writers and got amazing songs, and they just don't go anywhere because there's this kind of glass ceiling type thing where there's nowhere for them to go. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's kind of homogenised and scared to say what they want, and because in case they kind of lose any kind of, and it's about marketing stuff, which I'm not interested in. I'm doing a kind of anti-marketing, put some content out, and if people like it, if it's good enough, people will share it anyway and let it grow. That means it's real. Yeah. You know what I mean? Rather than a company behind you can do it. Do you know what I mean? And if I can inspire like young artists to realise that they don't need to pull their pants down for total idiots that don't even care about music, then fucking all the better.
One day, love, you can open up your eyes and you will see it's only destiny. Where we go and this shit don't matter. Sometimes, maybe more than some of the time, I'm on a false ego trip. Insecurity is rife. I'm not the ideal person to be lecturing on life, but if you want to know.
And it used to be about just trying to express myself with the songs that I wrote and stuff, and I wrote so many, and people were asking me so many times. It was about just getting the album, getting the album out, and then I was just going to quit. So I put the album out, and there was no marketing. I put it on Facebook and said, "Yeah, album's it." That's what I wrote, and it just started exploding. It's like, now I need to tour it. So then I done a couple of gigs. Now I need to gig it. So I done a couple of gigs, and then that turned into a tour, which turned into a bigger tour, which turned into a, do you know what I mean? And then before the album was even out, people were singing the songs. People knew all the words to the songs before they were even recorded.
sing for you and me. Drinking cider in the golf course, just a distant memory. Down the park and pick a fight, popping pills all through the night. Fucking waster, I suppose. It's the way the water.
Everybody's about marketing, man. You don't, but people spend so much time marketing, and it's either because they've no get the tunes, so they just overmarket, or they know people. Do you know what I mean? Or they're just wasting too much time on the marketing and caught up. Or you need to know this person, you need to know that. Do you know what I mean? Or that's who you know part. I mean, you don't need anything at all. You know what I mean? A lot of people take the hump. Like when I talk about things, I'm not the most articulate guy. I can write, but when I talk like a maniac. Do you know what I mean? I see a lot of bands writing about stuff that they don't do, if that makes sense. Like it's not, they don't write the way that they talk. Like you don't need to sing as if you're like that. Do you know what I mean? Like as if you're a mad Ned or anything, or like a Glasgow accent or anything. But I mean, like they say things that are in their vocabulary. Do you know what I mean? And it just doesn't make sense. So it's as if they don't mean it, and it's almost like a persona type thing.
Doesn't feel real.
Aye, fair dues if you're doing that, but if you're wanting the realness, then just be yourself. You know what I mean?
I don't know if anybody's bought the album. Anybody that has bought the album, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. We built it for nothing. There's no support, there's nothing, man. It's just us against them, know what I mean? That's a song, half the album, that's a song called What Have You Done? What have you done, son? Sold your soul to a demon. That's like a daffy for a bag of snow. Where will you run, son? When the joke gets on. And as I stand here in the company of strangers, messed up circle where a room of squares, I stand alone, dreaming how the world without nightmare. But what do you care? What have you done, son? Sold your soul to a demon. Dance like a daffy for a bag of snow. Where will you run, son? When the joke gets out. And as I stand here